Today we're gonna break down the most effective way to get started in crypto right here and right now. If our deposit is less than $1,000, I'm gonna share the specific steps I would take if I were just getting into crypto trying to make money. To do this, I'll talk about the coins I would buy from the market right now with a low deposit, and also about the activity I would perform in order to get free tokens. This way to make from $1,000 or less $50,000 or more by the next bull market. In other words, to increase your deposit by 50 times. So what's the plan? To multiply your deposit by 50 times by the next bull market? It comes down to three main components. The first one is free activities with high earning potential, such as retro drops or ambassadors programs to build up or increase your starting capital. The second one is investing in the most promising coins, medium-term and long-term investing. And the third one is DeFi. Now is potentially the best time to enter the market long-term. That's why the first thing we'll look at today is investments. The fact is that since the last bull cycle, the market is falling down significantly. The price of most altcoins is around 70% or even 90% lower their previous highs. So long-term, these are very good prices for significant earnings. This means that now is a good time to buy. After all, the market is near the bottom again. In order to invest wisely, we need to first make a portfolio of several cryptocurrencies. And in order not to buy too many coins, I've selected exactly 7 coins that I'm currently buying in my personal portfolio, and also dividing them additionally into several categories for diversification. In case some of these cryptocurrencies turn out unprofitable for us, we'll cover these losses with other assets. After all, we can't pick the ideal cryptocurrency initially because we can't assume or guess 100% ideal assets in advance until they become such. That's why it's important to always diversify portfolios. Right now, I've considered 2 possible options of making up a portfolio. The first variant in which we enter the market completely, here and now, with all the money we have, and just wait for these coins to rise in the next bull market. It could take about a year now or even more. Or the second option, where we enter the market with about 70% of our money and leave 30% either in cash or in stablecoins to buy. In case of further market decline, which we can never exclude, I personally will be closer to the second option, as I myself have about 80% of assets engaged in the market. Nevertheless, even now I still have about 20% of stablecoins in reverse in case of further falls. That's why I would buy $700 out of our hypothetical $1,000 now, as here in the first variant I would spend $700 in coins and $300 I would keep in stablecoins for further purchase. The first coin I'd buy is Aptos. I would take it for $230 or 23% of my portfolio from the whole $1,000. Right now it's one of the newest and technically best blockchains with very powerful developers from the Meta team, formerly Facebook, as well as major partnerships and huge funding of several $100 million. From Aptos, I expect to get at least 30 times more from what I invested in the next bull market, based on the fact that its capitalization will be around, by very conservative estimates, $100 billion at peak, overtaking Solana's $72 billion capitalization. The coin is expected to grow more than 30 times from the current $0.7. The second coin is called Sui. It's very similar to Aptos, both technically and in its idea, as well as the development team. The former development team split into 2 parts from Facebook and started to make 2 different projects, Aptos and Sui. Sui is a direct competitor of Aptos, and it's also a new blockchain with huge potential. And together with Aptos, they'll share the same market in the future in the next bull market. And from this cryptocurrency, I also expect to get at least 30 times more from the original price of $0.6. For diversification, I would add this asset to a portfolio for $170 or 17% of the money you have. The third top coin that you should definitely add to your portfolio is Arbitrum. It's a new Layer 2 blockchain on Ethereum that helps to do more transactions and to scale stronger, and also to make transactions cheaper. So, a very useful development for the already liquid Ethereum ecosystem. It will be added to the portfolio as well for $100, or more precisely for 10% of your capital. And at the moment I expect it to grow at least 10-15 times from the current price of $1. Actually less from Aptos and Sui, since this project is more pumped already. But nevertheless, the potential of this coin is also very huge. And this is rather modest, I would say conservative estimate actually. There may be a lot more here. These 3 projects are the most promising from the investment point of view, and if you want, you can add them to portfolios at a higher percentage than I did. I believe that today a portfolio should consist of at least 30, 40, or 50% of these 3 coins, perhaps in slightly different proportions. It depends on which coin you think is more promising based on your analytics, since large new coins in a bull market always grow stronger than their old competitors, or similar projects that were already in the previous bull cycle. This is because new coins are much easier to grow because there just won't be as many sell orders on top. So adding new coins to the portfolio, especially in the current phase of the market, is kind of a must. However, for diversification, I would add a couple more coins to the portfolio with a good possibility of growth and development of this project. The first coin is called Atom. On the blockchain of this coin, developers can build other blockchains. The Atom price has dropped 75% at this moment. I think it's right to add this coin to the portfolio. I would take $70 to buy Atom to our portfolio. That is 7% of the total capital. I don't expect it to grow 30 times, but it would be nice to have it in the portfolio for balancing, to increase the number of coins in case, for example, Atom grows more significantly than the whole market. And in this case, we can sell the already appreciated asset and buy other cryptocurrencies, which may be even more interesting in some way. The second coin is ICP, which I would buy at 3%. I would also add HBAR and HFT coins to the portfolio. HBAR is integrated with the banking system and it can give a 50x growth, but it's not guaranteed, so take a small percentage to the portfolio. I would buy it on $50 or 5% of the capital. I would also buy HFT at $50 because very large funds have invested in the project. And in this simple way, we have formed a portfolio of $700 or 70% of our assets. The remaining 30% or the remaining $300, I think it's right to save them just in case the market goes down. This portfolio will increase your money by 20-30 times in the next bull market, according to rather modest estimates, because we have selected fundamental and promising assets that we have analyzed quite well in advance. And also these estimates, I say very modest because it could be much more. I'm focusing on just above the previous prices on the market and by capitalization of those cryptocurrencies that I'm comparing to each other. Staking can be seen as dividends on our assets for blocking them for a time we specify in favor of confirming blocks on the blockchain. That is, we increase the security of the blockchain with our coins. Of the assets that we have added to the portfolio, we can allocate Aptos at 7% per annum and Atom at 20% per annum. The thing is that it's 7% per annum. It may not seem like much, because 7% in even our $230 will make us only $16 after 1 year. However, if we take into account the fact that we expect Aptos to grow by 30 times, then this $10 will turn not into $10 but into $300 as it grows, which is a third of our deposit now. Moreover, we don't need to hold the coins for a full year. We can send a withdrawal request at any time depending on the blockchain, either immediately like with Aptos, or we have to wait 3 weeks like with Atom. We have no time to give you instruction on how to stake your assets in this video, because it will be quite long, but we will leave the information on how exactly to stake these 2 cryptocurrencies step by step on our Telegram channel. What wallets there will be needed, what actions need to be done. I tried to keep the information in this video on a basic, easier to understand level about more complex activities to make money. You can always find more videos on our channel if you want to go even deeper, but I hope today's video was useful, informative, and I'll see you in the next video.